I can't hear you on the stream. Hey, there we go. I can hear me.
Yeah, there we go. How about me? Oh, it looks like I'm super loud. How about now?
Yeah.
How does
Okay.
everybody sound?
Hi, hello.
Alright, I got
Hello, hello,
the
hello.
correct overlay, so, sorry for a little bit of the late start. Hello everybody. Where'd I put the intro? I have the intro somewhere.
It's in the doc with all the details.
Yeah, there we go. I just couldn't find the tab.
How many have you got open?
Which browser window? Now that we've thoroughly roasted me, oh, somebody should tweet that we're live. Shit.
Oh shit. That was the thing that I was gonna add onto the tweet that I have.
That's the wrong account. Sorry, folks. I promise we're professionals.
Are we?
Are we?
I can't hear you, babe.
I know, just because my mouth is full of food, but I'm saying no.
Okay.
We're professionals at being unprofessional.
I mean, we are members of a guild, so I
Yeah.
think technically we're professionals.
Yeah.
Technically, by the actual definition of what a professional is, if I'm remembering rightly.
Then I'm the unprofessional because I'm not part of the guild.
Does that mean that
I am a guest?
does that
I'm
mean
part-
that August, Danielle, and myself are double professionals?
Yes.
Because we're in 2 guilds?
Yes, absolutely. You are professional. Well, I know Warcraft.
Professional professionals.
Yeah, no, I think you're just a professional in that thing.
Yeah. I'm a professional
Yep.
guest.
True.
I just like doing things with my friends. Mood.
Doing things with friends is cool.
Yes.
Yay. The tweet hath been twote.
Never
No, don't verbally
say that again.
I forbid it happening in future. Just bad.
I am not even sorry.
Did that feel good to say? Because let me tell you,
It
it was
did.
bad to listen to.
It did.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am. I feel really accomplished. Anyway, so I'm going to read the intro and then I'm going to play the song by Dark Fantasy Studio, Cold Kiss, which we're using as our theme for this stream series. But I'm going to start now by saying, hi folks! Welcome to Does Anyone Remember Bob, a special 4-part miniseries by Standing Stones Productions with special guest Izzy of Hope's Hearth.
Hello.
Today we are playing the titular game Does Anyone Remember Bob, a 200-word RPG by Simon Gottwald. This is a game of body horror and rumors. Most of you joined the support group when the first symptoms emerged. Others waited longer. Some are here for the first time, some have been coming for months. All of you have heard the stories about the illness long before you were infected, how it spreads, the growths, the deformations, the camps, but none of you know which stories are true and which ones are just rumors. You still don't know for sure. There is no cure. The transformation is inevitable. It will only get worse. You will be taken away. That's what they say. You're hiding your infection from your relatives and friends. This group is the only place where you can talk freely about it, about what you've heard, about what you've seen, about what you experience. I'm August, and you can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora, and excuse me, I am experiencing a lot of needing to clear my throat. My pronouns are they, them, and playing with me today, we are going in clockwise order, so playing with me today we have Izzy.
Hey, I'm Izzy. I immediately forgot how intros work.
Where can
I
people
use
find you?
I mean, your pronouns, where you can be found,
I use CC
the fact that your commissions are open.
Yes, I use CC pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at the Sean Deere. I have open art commissions. You can see an example of my artwork is Danielle's icon of Kiki.
Yes. We also have Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Corvus_Azure. You can also hear me on other Standing Stones productions, The Room Where It Happened, and Dumb Kids Playing Hero.
We also have Anya.
I'm Anya. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at aka Anya, and you can find me in real life hiding in a storage unit crying because we own so much things.
That's a mood.
Sorry, babe.
It's okay.
We have Danielle.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I use she, her, they pronouns, and you can find me on the internet at RedTailTalk90.
And last but certainly not least, we have Jade.
Hello, I'm Jade. You can find me on Twitter at JadeOxfordRose. I use they, them pronouns. And you can also hear me on Follow the Leader and the aforementioned Dumb Kids Playing Hero, as well as the Escafil Files.
All right, so our lines, which are things we absolutely do not want to see, are racism, sexism, transphobia and homophobia, violence against children and non-sapient animals, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, emotional abuse, sexual assault, and police violence. Our veils, which are things we're fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are self-harm, graphic depictions of violence, steamy situations, hospitalization, and suicidal thoughts/ideation. Content warnings for this game include ableism, mental illness such as depression, body horror, plagues and pandemics, illness, eugenics, and possible mentions of alcohol/drug abuse, or use, sorry. Now that we've got all that, let's convene our support group meeting after I play the song. Okay, the song has been played, so let's begin. I guess let's go around clockwise, talking about our characters and how they arrive at the meeting, what they do upon their arrival. Starting with Kess.
Kess shows up significantly less anxious this time. Much more, looks more comfortable to be in the space. Has a hoodie on instead of the shawl. And their hair is down. It looks a little messy, but not in a bad way. Minimal makeup. Kind of makes a beeline for the refreshments table to get coffee. Is in also comfy wear, leggings, easy shoes, stuff like that. Might be tired.
Cool. So this is someone we did not see last week who is joining us this week for this week's session. Richard, please tell us about your character and what they're doing when they arrive.
Carrie is a middle-aged person, probably late 50s, long gray hair. They come striding in just confidently and purposefully. They're wearing a suit, what appears to be a fairly expensive wool overcoat. They just stride over to the coffee station, dump the current pot into their stainless steel coffee mug, and then start a fresh pot.
Jesus. Anya, please describe your, well, possibly not newcomer, but please describe your character.
Yeah, so Aster comes in. I think she's wearing like a long turtleneck dress, like all the way to the floor, all the way down to her hands. And she has long, dark, like black hair that kind of covers her face a lot as well. And she looks young, though, from what you can see of her. She looks like a fresh adult. And she comes in and like goes to what would be her usual chair on the day she is there and carefully sits down, like very gently.
All right, and Kiki, what are you doing?
Kiki comes in. She doesn't outwardly appear to look any different from the last meeting. It's a different crop top, but it's still a crop top because she knows what she's about. And she goes straight to her chair and sits down. What is a little strange is that usually she would warmly greet everyone who's already here, but she doesn't do that this time.
So I'm going to go next because Max is going to be convening the meeting for us. So Marnie is still looking a little nervous, but she's like Kess, she's not as anxious this time. She kind of looks woefully at the coffee pot, which is currently brewing new coffee, and sadly takes a bag of chips, which she opens carefully and starts eating. When she sits down, she is still wearing a hoodie, but under the hoodie, she's got a turtleneck, which is great in the weather that we're currently having. Just fantastic, just awesome.
Hoodie buddies.
Yep, hoodie buddies. And Max.
So, Max is convening today, and as people trickled in, everything was set up. Like, all the chairs were out, like, the coffee pot was on, but she wasn't in the room. And as everyone is sort of settling down, possibly wondering who's going to be leading the meeting today, Max sort of slams into the room on a pair of crutches, and makes her way over to a seat that's already got like her jacket slung over it, and a manila envelope of some kind just sat on it. Plunks herself down with not a lot in the way of grace, and gives a nod to everybody. I was like, all right, welcome to the support group. Looking around, no new faces tonight. I think that's a good thing. You all know how this goes. Take your time. Whoever wants to speak first can speak. We're here to share and we're here to listen. It's good to see you all.
Kiss like
Marnie kind
little
of
wave.
That's what Marnie does too. Just raises a hand, waves, kind of like waves in the direction of the people that she doesn't know.
Kess also gives Marnie his coffee. Unfortunately, it is black coffee.
Marnie takes it and tries not to make a face while she sips it, but she says, "Thank you."
Yeah, I realized it was too warm.
So I think Marnie stands up and is just like, well, since this is a support group and all, and I don't know everybody here, and she looks at Aster and Carrie. She's just like, I'm Marnie. You can call me Marnie. I noticed things were going wrong about 2.5 months ago. A little more, and that's why I'm here. And she sits back down.
Thanks, Marnie.
Kess will go
yeah.
next if no one else.
Max will
immediately
give you what
volunteers.
looks like a vaguely encouraging nod.
Yeah. Kess stands up, one hand in the like hoodie pocket and like waves and says, I'm Kess. You can just call me Kess. Obviously. Or Kessathan. Laughs at the dumb joke. Don't actually call me that. That's not my name. I noticed stuff happening shortly before last week's meeting, so it's 2-3 weeks maybe. I don't really know anymore because this is a nice space. So glad to see people I don't know so I can provide more solidarity, I guess. Sorry, I'm kind of awkward around new people. I'm gonna sit back down.
Aster will give a little wave. And like, hey, some of you know me. I can't even remember how long it's been now, but I'm Aster. And I'm here.
Hi, Aster.
Hi. Oh, and you can call me Aster too.
Kiki reaches into the pocket of her denim jacket and pulls out a Ziploc bag that has a pile of teeth in it. And
Yep.
just kind of sets it on her lap.
Oh, Cass just winces like, oh no, honey.
Carrie leans
Marnie.
forward in their chair and looks intently at the bag.
Marnie's just incredibly distressed.
Kiki tosses Carrie the bag.
Jesus Christ.
It's got 32 teeth in it.
Awful. Bad. Oh no.
Incredible. Poetic cinema. Here for this.
Carrie holds up the bag and starts poking at it. Are these all your original teeth?
She nods.
Well, that's eventful.
I'm so sorry, Kiki. I'm so sorry.
Max will reach into a pocket. Definitely wearing like cargo pants, so many pockets, reaches into a pocket. She's a lesbian, okay. And pulls out like one of those little notepads that have like a pencil or a pen like strapped to the side and chucks it over to Kiki. A gentle underarm sort of lob across the circle.
Kiki signs thank you.
She gets a thumbs up back. Max doesn't know sign language, so knows like a couple of the basics, like that are pretty common, but knows that much. I was like, hey Doug, do you want to introduce yourself and not just terrify the newbies with your medical curiosity?
Oh, yeah. Sure. That sounds more appropriate, probably. I'm Dr. Carrie Moran. I work at a number of free clinics around town. So if you have any questions, feel free to take me aside. I'll do what I can to answer them. I suppose this is where I recap my progress.
I mean, sure.
Okay, they reach into the inner pocket of their suit jacket and pull out a small notepad. Flip it open,
Oh no.
flip through a couple of pages. Stare at it for a second, then reach into their pocket again, pull out some half moon reading glasses, and puts them on. Sorry about that. Let's see. 32 days ago, I noticed a swollen nodule in my left armpit, similar in aspect to a subcutaneous cyst. The following day, a similar cyst appeared in my right armpit. Within the following 36 hours, there were approximately a dozen cysts in each armpit, as well as 2 additional cysts, rows of cysts, rows of cysts running parallel to each other laterally down the right and left torso, extending from armpit to hip. The following week, a ring of similar cysts appeared circumferentially around the torso at hip level. And this week, things started getting odd. Up
Kiss is,
until
like,
now,
wide-eyed.
up until now, they've just kind of been there. But now, with this week, I can feel them, like through them.
Kiki writes down hate that.
Marnie looks a little green around the gills. But,
So that's exciting.
Exciting sure is one word for it.
well, I mean, if it helps, I've got stuff I can see through. And she rolls up, pulls up one of her hoodie sleeves, and like the things that had been looking just kind of a little bit like sores are actually like rudimentary eyeballs. Like they don't have eyelids, but they're still like wet looking. They don't move, but they're there.
You went from being like the weird 3-eyed lizard to like actually having extra eyes.
Kiki underlines hate that.
Ow.
Marnie looks apologetically at Kiki as she pulls her sleeve back down and is just like, yeah, me too.
All I got to report is like the scales ain't falling out anymore. They're just there now.
Oh.
Rolls up like just shoves both sleeves up and holds his arms out, and like there's scales running. Not completely. They're still patchy, but there's more scales than skin now.
A possibly upsetting question for Izzy. Are the scales the same color as Kess's skin?
No, they are not.
That's better. Let me be very clear. That's better.
I think some of them are it's like the ones on the edges, but the further towards the center of the patches, like they start turning blue, which is an odd color gradient. Also, they ain't hot flashes anymore. I should be dead at the temperature I am reading at.
Oh, what is your current temperature?
Well, it pulls out like a thermometer because apparently like they've just been double checking every so often, and shoves it in their mouth. And after a few seconds, it beeps. Kess looks at it and says, "The thermometer cannot read the temperature." So higher than 100.
Aster scoots away a little, like, I thought it was hot near you.
Sorry.
Probably higher than like 104.
Yeah, probably.
If the thermometer isn't registering it, that means you're higher than 108, which is
Yep.
you shouldn't be functioning.
Nope.
You must be nice to be around in the winter, at least.
That'd be great if it wasn't like the end of summer.
Yeah, well,
I'm
join you
actually
in the turtleneck club.
dying in this hoodie, but I don't want people to see the scales.
Well,
How about
I guess it's.
Oh, sorry, August.
Oh no, go ahead, Jade.
How about you, Asta? How's it been?
Well, I think this is getting worse. Apparently, I'm picking up Kessa's accent. Well, I think
Apologies.
this is getting worse. And she like pulls down the sleeve on her dress to show like some translucent skin where you can see like a lot of what's going on underneath there.
Mm.
And like she's kind of covered in bandages and stuff. And looks at Carrie like, I might need you to start taking my notes. Touching anything has become a problem.
Of course.
So is it just your skin is thin, or is it actually turning transparent?
I think it's getting thinner.
That is terrifying,
It
actually.
rips a lot easier, let's just say. I had to miss last week because I opened the door on my way here into my shoulder, and that was it for that week.
Ooh. That makes Kess look green around the gills.
I guess it's. I don't know. It's stupid, but I guess it's nice to know it's predictable that things are gonna get worse. I don't know. It sucks. This sucks.
Yeah.
How you doing, Max?
Max pushes up the little sunglasses that she has on to rest on top of her head. And you know when people have like not the full sclera contact lenses in, but the black kind that just make most of your like basically it look like Max's eyes are normally sort of brown, but now it look like almost her whole eye looks to be taken up by the pupil, or the pupil and the iris are both hella dark. And she gestures to the crutches and slides the envelope she has over to Kerry and just like, take a look at that, see what you think.
Carrie opens the envelope.
I'm afraid of what is in that envelope.
It's an X-ray, and it looks like a normal X-ray, except for the fact that it looks like almost like a void. It's of Max's lower leg. And it looks like just a void, like, but you can still see like the outside of where the epidermis and that is, but like the vast majority of the internal of like where there should be like bones is just like a void. It looks like almost like a hole in the camera film, kind of a hole, like, or a cigarette burn in the film stock, but it's not. It's just like absence.
Can you still feel things in there? Like if you poke your leg, do you still feel bone? And
not really.
Mm.
So I've been limping for a couple of weeks now. But like a couple of days ago, my leg actually gave out. I've had pins in my right leg since an accident at work years ago, and they've always been I haven't had any problems with them up until recently, but I just figured what with everything else going on, what with feeling cold all the time, that maybe it was fucking with the metal. I don't know. But yeah, my leg just gave out, and well, basically somebody owed me a favor. A vet I know. I didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't want it reported, so I went and did that. And yeah, the pins aren't there anymore, and apparently most of the bone isn't there anymore. So that's shit. And she'll pull up her pant leg, and like most of her calf, and you can sort of seeing going up past the edge of the fabric, is sort of, it looks like a bruise, like it's that sort of, but a very fresh on like deep blue purple sort of color.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're feeling poetic, you might say it looks a little bit like the night sky, but there are no stars. It's just inky, purpley, bruise looking.
How romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Gesundheit.
I got my mic up in time.
It might have been audible on mine, though.
I didn't hear shit.
Okay, good.
I scream, sneeze. Sneeze. Scream.
Scree.
Scream.
I think at this point in the conversation, Kiss is like made a face, and it's not in reaction to anything Max has been talking about, and has managed to squirm out of the hoodie and is in just like a sports bra and the leggings. Because warm.
Mm-hmm.
There are scales like starting to run up Kess's stomach as well that look like the belly scales on a snake.
Oh, hey, Cass, can I borrow that thermometer?
Yeah, do you want me to like go clean it off first?
I'm fairly certain that I've got whatever you've got.
It's okay, fair, and like tosses it and does not toss it well. Kess can't throw for shit.
Use the crutch to sort of like reach over, slide it over, wipes off the mouth, I just like pops it in her mouth till it beeps. Yep, nah, fairly certain I'm dead too.
Cool, we're both dead, but in different directions.
It's like reading
don't-
like 32.5.
I don't want to say anyone's dead just yet. Can we not?
Yeah, that, you know what? That's fair. I apologize.
Sorry, Marnie.
So, do you feel cold?
It's more that I can't get warm.
Okay.
Last week it felt real weird because I offered to see if I could warm Max up, but no, and it's a very odd sensation.
I just feel like when you know, like if you've gone out and it's raining and your clothes get soaked and you get in and you're like, finally I can get warm, but you've just got a little bit shivery cold feeling. That's how I feel all the time.
Aster looks at Carrie. Write that down.
Jesus.
I mean,
Actually, to be clear, I do not take any notes during these sessions.
Oh.
None of this gets written down. I don't trust anyone or anything out there right now. The reason I wasn't able to make it last week is there were people hanging around the clinic. And I know lookouts when I see them.
Mm.
You know what they say? It's only paranoia when people aren't after you.
Is there... Dr. Moran, is there...
Yes,
I mean,
Terry,
I know
please.
that... I know that we all seem like we're having different symptoms, but I mean, have you noticed any, like, common things?
No,
Or is it...
not at all.
Great.
And to be perfectly blunt, that's medically impossible.
How many varieties you seen?
Dozens.
Cool. This would be real interesting if it didn't suck.
Yeah, I guess.
It's at least educational, Aster says while, like, looking at the bones in her leg. Like, huh. You know, very hands-on learning here.
Marnie scoots a little closer to Kiki.
Mm.
Sorry about your everything.
Thumbs up.
Hurt me so much. God.
I'm gonna go with it's a thought that counts.
Oh, I have a question. Does anybody know if there's any I hesitate to say organizations because I don't trust shit like Carrie said right now, but like I can't do my job right now. I had to stop because I can't let people see me. For people who have not met me, I am an accountant. Air quotes.
Aster maybe holds out some food stamps. Like, I got these, but I can't do shit about them because can't go to the store.
I can go to the store and get stuff for you if you need it.
Well, why don't we split them?
That works for me.
I can't touch any of those boxes. They're all so sharp.
The coffee pot does that sort of clicky thing. I've never been around a real life coffee pot, guys. I'm sorry.
What?
Um,
Are you
Coffee
okay?
they're just not a common thing here.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
drip coffee is not uniquely American, but it's really heavily American.
Yeah.
Remember Zhang and Jen having so much trouble trying to get coffee?
I
Yeah,
know,
Spain?
it's just damn.
We have like different kinds of coffee machines, but not like a drip coffee kind of. Or people do, but not often. But either way, Max is going to go get a coffee now. The machine has now that the new pot has been filled, and is just going to decant. Actually, no.
You can
She's going to
typically
take.
hear.
She's going to take the pot off the machine and just put the spare pot under it, and put the new filler in and set it going, and just go back to her chair with the coffee pot.
That works too. You can typically hear it making gurgly noises until it's done, then it kind of stops.
Yeah, it like sputters and then it's done.
Cool. Either way.
I say, having made French press coffee this morning.
No, I
Does
regularly
anybody
want to
top
pot
up
coffee.
before does anyone want any of this?
If it's cool enough, I'll grab some. Maybe just pour it in a cup for me and I'll get it later.
I'm gonna go get a water. And Kess gets up and goes and gets some water because warm.
Yeah, Aster can't touch anything too warm, so she'll be waiting until that cools down a lot, like gross temperature coffee.
Kess walking past literally anybody, they can feel how warm it is around Kess. Which is weird, because it seems like Kess is turning into a lizard.
So, I know there's no one new here this week, but, I don't know, like, Has anybody noticed anybody missing?
Kiki taps the pen on the paper. And then I think I think she writes, my roommate is gone.
That, like, weird professor person?
She nods. And then she
Do you
writes
know-
down, I didn't know anything.
Do you know when it happened?
A couple days ago.
If people don't tell you shit, Kiki, you can't be expected to know.
I mean, people would say the same about us if we went missing.
Yeah.
She writes down, I could have protected them, and underlines protected twice.
Oh, bless your heart.
I was gonna say, Max has sort of like gone a little bit, not green. I hate using the term pale when people aren't white, but you know, like that sort of ashy.
Ashy.
Yeah, thank you, August.
Mhm.
At the mention of just like other people not knowing.
Mhm.
And I don't have a lot of people here either who'd know if I went missing. So, and I've told nobody except y'all here. So it's, yeah, you can't really protect somebody if they don't tell you anything. And I don't think any of us can protect anybody from leaves that hanging because doesn't really know how to like concisely word.
Aster looks at Kiki like, Kiki, how are you going to protect someone from something that looks different in everyone?
From being taken, I mean.
We don't know if there's any stopping that either.
She growls.
Oh,
And it sounds like a monstrous growl.
Just like jumps.
yeah, Aster both hands up in the air like, hey now.
That no as well, Kiki.
She looks like surprised.
Guessing yes then.
Nods.
Kiss clearing their throat, like, all right. Not something I ever expected to hear in real life.
Do you think it's like this everywhere?
I ain't heard much to the contrary.
Could always take a vacation.
As if they'd let anybody out.
Wishful thinking.
I know. Get a car, keep driving, don't look back.
We all quote unquote go missing in Yellowstone.
I don't know, I'm not built for camping.
Me either. But I think I'd rather suffer through that than be scared out of my mind every single fucking day.
Camping sounds infectious. As Aster looks at her arms, like some of them which look a little pussy, like, that sounds dangerous for me.
We wrap you in bubble wrap.
You know, I hadn't thought about that yet. Maybe I can set a new fashion trend.
You get like those like puffy transparent plastic like coat or something. The ones that you gotta like blow air into like it's a fucking pool toy.
Petition to cancel
Jesus.
summer forever so we can only wear bubble clothes.
I don't want to wear bubble clothes. I think that would look really, really weird. And Marnie like tugs at her sleeves. What's Carrie doing while we're having this conversation? Are they like, well, they're not taking notes, but
Are they still inspecting Kiki's teeth?
Yeah.
No,
God.
that went on just for a few seconds.
Jesus.
Now they're kind of staring through the floor,
Hmm.
very deep in their own head.
Aster, like, looking at them like, you got X-ray vision now too?
Yeah, you have to tell us if you get X-ray vision.
Because, like, that's badass.
No.
It's entrapment otherwise.
You are a doctor. That'd be so helpful too.
Mm.
No, no, it wouldn't.
Guess who has also seen people without clothes on? Like, no, it wouldn't.
That's not how X-rays work.
You would see the bones.
You do not know that.
I mean, you can already see mine, but like you could see other people's.
I don't want to see bones.
Carrie
Well, don't look at me.
briefly side-eyes Max. Well, most people's bones.
But
Hey,
Look-
Carrie, can you see this one?
Nothing like some friendship and ice cold room temperature coffee to really make a morning.
I want to be clear, like, Max is just grinning while doing that. Just sort of like,
is there like a fan or like an air conditioning vent in this room? Do y'all think? This is out of character, just because if there is, Kess is gonna go like sit in front of it.
We can say there is. Like,
Yeah.
I
'Cause,
mean,
like-
it's summer. You really got to have temperature
Yeah.
control.
Kess just goes and like sits in front of it because they're dying. Not actually, but they're very, very warm. I would like for this to even out to the point where it doesn't bother me anymore. The tragedy of summer is that I can only take off so many layers of clothing.
Yeah. Not that.
I mean, have you tried losing skin? Because that seems to be helping me.
I mean,
Although your blood does get hotter.
Holds up arm. I think I'm losing my skin to something else.
Your blood will get really hot, though.
Oh no.
Oh no,
My blood's already hot. I don't think it needs to be more.
I'm in danger.
I'm gonna like see if I can't find like I don't know, like baby dishes for you or something with soft edges.
Oh.
Because you are scaring me, and I have only just met you, and I don't want you to hurt yourself on like a bowl.
I think thank you.
Well, we've decided that Aster needs baby dishes. What does everybody else need? Maybe, I mean, I can still go to the store.
I need it just to lay in ice every single day for 24 hours.
Let's at least get the ice home first. The store probably wouldn't like it very much if you
Just
laid
live
in there.
the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels so
Oh.
good though.
You know what we probably could do? We could go to a thrift store and get you a fridge or a freezer, like a deep freeze.
Oh yeah, like a box freezer, and I just lay in there. I live in there now.
I mean,
I'm turning into a lizard. That's my terrarium.
oh, we can get you like some bedding.
Kess is actually like very entertained by this idea because making a joke out of a really bad situation is the only way that they know how to cope.
Yeah, real life coping mechanisms brought into the game.
Woo!
This is sad. Laugh. This is awkward. Laugh.
One of my friends has started showing symptoms. And this is he's probably around your age, Carrie. I'm assuming at least. He's a grandpa.
Wow.
Max
Jesus Christ.
looks at Cass like, oh, okay, and just sits back.
Oh,
He's like a
we're-
good-looking grandpa. Listen.
Okay,
we're
you know
going
how
for,
the
like-
picture I've got for Carrie has one eyebrow raised? That's what's happening right now.
That's just what Carrie looks like all the time.
God.
And he's starting.
So we're going for low blows, huh?
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like. So this one's weird because so far it's been like, from what I've seen, has been like, quote unquote, kind of natural stuff. But I think he might be turning into a robot.
Why does that sound kind of cool?
You'd think until you are having tea with him and his cover your ears if you don't want to hear me talking about something kind of gross.
Marnie like gestures at her arms.
His skin split open
Huh.
and there was just metal plating under it.
Think you might want to come to our little group here.
I offered, and he's thinking about it. It's a lot more. It's a little difficult for him to move around because his legs have started doing something funky too.
Well, we've got a fridge and some baby dishes. What else is on our shopping list?
God.
I don't know if I'm serious, but at least it's better to think about this than what might happen
I just
later.
give me
Kiki, do
some
you
pool
want, like-
noodles. I need to wrap everything.
I can do that. I can go to the dollar store. They got pool noodles right now. Kiki, do you want like an assistive speaking device?
Oh, Carrie's a doctor. Like those things you press against your throat and the vibrations.
I'm sorry, what?
So like real world talk, like when people have like
Is it a
the
stoma?
holes in their throat, yeah, and they press like that mechanical thing, and the vibrations as they're talking come out as like a noise through the device.
Not a stoma. What is it?
Tracheotomy?
Yeah.
And then there's like a special device for it.
I was
I
thinking
know
like
the exact thing you mean, but I can't.
I
I don't
don't-
know what it's called.
I don't think you have to have the hole in your throat for that to work. I think like
no.
it's just the vibrations of your voice, of your talking, that makes it work.
But were you thinking more simple, like a speak and but not quite a speak and spell, but like
Yeah. That's what Cass was thinking. Like a thing where you type it and it says it.
Oh well, there's that too.
Kiki kind of shrugs. I mean, maybe it's better to just say whatever we could get our hands on.
So a laptop with text to speech.
She shrugs again.
we just have you talking like the Microsoft like Sam voice.
I mean, they do have those keyboards that you can like hook up. We can probably rig up a keyboard situation to a voice box so it's even portable.
I mean, you get a Chromebook.
You also don't have to talk if you don't want to.
There is also that, yes.
We can learn sign language.
Oh, that'd be fun. Something positive to do while we're existing.
It'd be nice. I'm tired of learning about the human body. I'd rather learn the language.
I'm thinking about telling my girlfriend.
I mean, it's going to be hard to hide forever.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm not telling anybody I live with.
We have gone through so much shit, and the thought of me disappearing one day and her not knowing why
Sucks.
I don't want to do that to her.
I would tell her.
How about strategies for telling people? That's like a positive thing we can talk about, right?
I mean, the obvious option is to just straight up tell somebody, but that's hard.
I feel like it might require a little bit of a leading up to.
Yeah, I go up. I like just text my mom, and I'm like, "Hey, so I'm turning into a lizard. How are you doing?"
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna think is probably not the best choice.
Yeah, no.
Max has finished the coffee at this point. He's just got like both hands either side of the coffee pot.
Mhm.
And you guys hear a crack as cold has sort of, you know how like glass does under extreme cold temperatures? The coffee pot is starting to crack apart in her hands.
Kiki stands up and takes it from her.
Time to get Max some silicone cups while you're at the grocery store.
Thanks,
How much
Kiki.
cold can silicone withstand?
It can withstand a lot of heat. I don't know about cold.
I should get myself some silicone cups too. Then.
Like you can put that shit in the oven.
She
Well,
checks
it's gotta be
Max's
the right
hands for
grade.
cuts too.
Which one?
Yeah, I don't think there's any cuts, but there is maybe like flecking of bruising almost. Like what should be cuts instead is like these dark lines that look like bruises, the same as the bruise on her cheek that has been there for weeks, and the same as the color on her leg.
Mm-hmm.
Kess gives their phone to Aster and is like, "Give me your phone number."
Yep.
Marty looks at Kiki and is just like, "What do you need?" I mean, I'll learn sign language.
Oh, what about the idea about the this is a joke, please do not I'm trying to be it's a joke. The what we talked about last week, the like frozen like baby teeth and toys.
I do not remember that part of the conversation, Cass, I've got to say. I feel like I would remember frozen baby teeth and toys.
I think I made it as an
Teething.
offhand
Teething.
comment.
Teething rings.
Not teeth.
That is better. Less
Not frozen
horrifying.
baby teeth in toys.
Listen, unless if I am doing a performance, words are not my strong suit.
I
And
think
right now I am not performing, I am just existing.
Mm-hmm.
Aster will sign to Kiki like, I took intro to sign in college. And it's like very sloppy, but
I love Aster.
That's great.
Kiki signs thank you again, and then she writes down, I can still go to the store, but thank you, Marnie.
Anything we can do for you, Carrie?
I'm actually doing all right now. As long as I wear baggy clothes, I can still not have any issues going out in public. They reach into their jacket again and pulls out a pile of business cards. Here's my private number if anyone needs any help. Don't go to any hospitals.
You've still got my number, yeah? If you've
Yeah.
got people lurking outside one of the clinics, I'll come get you.
got any openings tomorrow?
Yes.
This ain't looking so good. Pulls up pants to like reveal a very infected wound.
Yeah, actually, once we're done here tonight, why don't you just come with me back to the clinic? We'll take care of that right now.
Thumbs up.
I might come by and so we can at least do a look over because I have not been to anybody since this started.
Who am I gonna go to? An optometrist?
Oh my god.
Marnie, please understand. I just thought about getting tiny glasses for all of us,
Oh. Why is that kind of adorable?
I
right?
can't afford 8 million monocles.
Maybe
Like,
worth.
she's obvious.
No, you do your thing, and then I'll suggest this.
She's obviously trying to joke, but she's not. Her heart is not in it.
That's fair.
You should see about getting some of those eye sprays if they aren't blinking, but you can see through them.
That's a good idea.
Just might be more comfortable. It's the only thing I can think of.
I think Aster is probably also looking for new roommates because it's getting harder to hide what's going on.
Do they say that like out loud?
Yeah, like she's had to take a work from home job, but it's like one of the shitty ones that's like
Mhm.
customer service. So it
I thought
pays.
you were gonna say like a hospital transcription.
Oh no, it's like customer service. It pays barely anything. So like she needs roommates, but it's getting a little obvious.
I don't live with anybody if you want to live with me. If you're comfortable with that.
Might be a good choice.
Yeah. And the person, I live above a shop. The person who runs the shop is also, this.
Having a time.
Yeah, she is having a time. I think I mentioned before. No, I think I was talking about my other friend who disappeared. She has also started sprouting fur.
That's
Man, these aren't really good for summer.
No.
no.
They got any that are good for summer?
Well, I mean, Max's is good for summer, I guess.
At least as
Yeah,
good as
I'm
it
having a
can
great time.
get.
Yeah.
Just fucking great.
I mean, besides the teeth thing with Kiki, it's not like fur and overheating.
How's the rash?
Still not great.
No.
I'll look over at Kiki. Is the rash any worse?
She kind of grimaces.
Ooh, that good, huh?
Um, just more of it. And she like rubs her back against the back of the chair because now she's reminded of it and it itches.
Sorry.
Goes over to
Aster,
a door
like-
frame, does like the bear back scratch.
Aster winces a little seeing you do that, like, imagining what that would feel like for her.
Little alarm goes off on Max's phone and she shuts it off. And just like, all right, folks, it's 5 minutes. Anything we need to cover or you want to bring up?
I will not be here next week. Not because I disappeared, but because I got something I gotta do.
Yeah, I think Aster's next week missing will be planned. Maybe she's moving in with Kess and can't make it next week. Because Anya, cannot make it next week.
And Izzy. Next week's
We-
the only week none of us are gonna
next-
be here.
Out of character, none of us are gonna be here next week. So.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Oh, will it be a whole new crew?
No. The
No,
religious studies
no.
group managed to get in and snipe the reservation.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. And so we since none of us out of character could really make it, I think only 2 people could make it, and that's not really a good support group. We're taking next week off.
That damn working every other weekend thing for me.
Yeah, and I'm driving to visit my mom for my birthday.
So
So
Yeah.
I think what
so-
Kess is doing is accountant related.
Yeah, well, I think Max will say, right, well, we haven't got the space next week because religious studies group. So
All
make
right.
sure you've got everybody's number who you want to have.
We
Stay
all
in
just-
touch.
do a check-in on
Yeah.
Saturday. Just be like, you alive? You still here? Good. Okay.
Aster gonna hang back and like catch up with Kess and Carrie. Like, all right, you serious about me moving in? Because I'm gonna do that.
Absolutely.
And then go see Dr. Carrie.
All right. Let's All right, guys. Thanks for coming along today. Look after yourselves. Look after each
Been
other.
really helpful. Thanks, Max.
Oh, it's really
Yeah.
good to see you, Asta.
If anybody, the offer is still forever open. That if anybody just wants to be like, this sucks, just text me.
Marnie immediately texts Kess, this sucks.
Kess texts back like, I know, right?
Eh,
And remember, if you need any help, call that number, leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I turn on the phone several times a day and check messages.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Can do, doctor.
And yeah.
All right.
And the meeting comes to a close.
All right.
So let us do outros in reverse order, starting with Jade.
I've been Jade. You can find me on Twitter at JadeOxfordRose.
Danielle.
I've been Danielle, and you can continue to find me on the internet at RedTailTalk90.
Anya.
I'm Anya. You can find me on Twitter at AKA Anya.
Richard.
I'm Richard. You can find me on Twitter at Corvus_Azure.
I almost said Kess. Izzy.
I'm Izzy. You can continue to find me on Twitter at the Shondeer and basically anywhere else under the same username.
And I've been August. You can find me on Twitter at Harpydora. You can find Standing Stones Productions on Twitter at Stones_standing if you're not already following us. We'll be back on the 23rd with our next installment of this mini-series. And I think that's it.
Have
If
a
you
good
came in
weekend.
partway through, if you came in partway through, there's going to be a VOD. Have a great and spooky weekend, everybody.
Heck
Stay
yeah.
safe out there.
Bye.
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 Wait, I want to play the theme again. So everybody stay quiet while I play the theme.